You know who it is, and you know what time it is. Time to piss off some feminists, trad cucks, and whoever don't want to know the truth. Oh well, let's get started. What is going on, gents? It's R.P.M. here, reporting for Mobile Command. Today was actually supposed to be another episode of Hockey Mask time. However, the article that I'm about to read, in my opinion, actually supersedes an HMT episode. Because, gentlemen, this is going to lead to a lot more violence. Yes, it is. Now, as we all know, around the world, and definitely across America, there have been prisoners who have been released back into society. So, gentlemen, this will definitely lead to more people resorting to vigilante-style justice. And guess what? I have zero problems with it. It is what it is. If the populace cannot depend on law enforcement to protect them, which they shouldn't depend on law enforcement to protect them anyway, then guess what? When the criminal comes to your house, deal with the threat appropriately, and if need be, lethally. Now, this article was published on the 21st of April. Child abusers eligible for immediate release under CUCKAFORNIA's new $0 cash bail emergency mandate. Yeah, people are definitely going to start turning straight up into lynch mobs. The San Bernardino County Sheriff is blasting CUCKAFORNIA's new $0 cash bail emergency mandate after he says he was forced to release a repeat felony child abuse suspect immediately after his arrest, and will have to release hundreds of potentially dangerous criminals back into the public under the new rules. Yeah. Crazy, isn't it? In an interview with Fox 11 reporter Bill Mulligan, Sheriff John McMahon decreed the state's order as dangerous and unnecessary. Now just think about this, gentlemen. Once again, CUCKAFORNIA. Out here, you can literally steal up to $950 from anywhere and the police won't even show up. And now they're releasing dangerous criminals back into society. Yeah. I just don't think it's good government, and it's not safe to force the release of people on zero bail, McMahon said. The people that we have in jail, for the most part, are felons. The mandate took effect last Monday, ironically, during the lockdown, after California's Judicial Council issued an emergency rule ordering that all misdemeanors and some low-level felonies will now have a cash bail set at 0, with 13 exceptions for serious and violent felonies. Now, I wonder, I'm going to have to wonder, is non-payment of child support included as a low-level felony? I just had to throw that question out there. We've already started releasing those fresh arrests that weren't on the list of 13 McMahon said, the first night into Tuesday morning, there were 6 people arrested on felonies and were released on 0 bail. The sheriff says that includes a repeat felony child abuser he had to release because child abuse inexplicably does not appear on the state's list of exceptions for 0 cash bail. Felony child abuse does not fit into that list of 13. So even though this guy had a prior for domestic violence conviction for child abuse, he gets arrested for child abuse again, and then he gets released on 0 bail with a court date in July, like he's going to show up. McMahon said, that just doesn't make any sense to me. Maybe I'm missing something, but that doesn't seem to me to be the right thing to do to protect the citizens of our county. If that person is in our custody, we can protect the victim. If he's not, we can't. Once again, people, law enforcement is not there to protect you. The only person who is in charge of protecting you is you. The state issued the mandate to reduce jail inmate populations during the pandemic. But Sheriff McMahon told Fox 11 that San Bernardino County doesn't have an overcrowding problem and that inmates are separated and ordered to wear masks. Interesting. Our jail has 7,700 beds, and our current population today is like 5,020. So there's 2,700 empty beds in our system, McMahon said. Still, the sheriff says about 500 inmates are now eligible for 0 cash bail, including some with serious previous felony convictions who judges previously denied bail to. Some have already been released. The DA's office, public defenders, and the courts will conduct hearings to determine the fate of the majority. So there's the potential for some seriously bad guys, violent people, to be let out under this? Mulligan asked. Yes, McMahon replied. In today's times, you have to work pretty hard to get into jail, and the folks that are in custody are generally the bad folks, and they're in jail for a reason. I have to agree with the sheriff on this one. Fox 11 reached out to the Judicial Council to ask why, under their mandate, domestic violence suspects don't get 0 cash bail, but child abusers do. A spokesman for the council provided the following statement. I can't offer any legal interpretation of the new emergency rules, but what I can tell you is that the emergency rule that established the temporary bail schedule was put in place as a way to balance public safety with public health. Yeah, right. No. I can add that in cases where there is a concern for safety, we know many courts are working closely with local justice system partners in making release decisions. But Sheriff McMahon tells Fox 11 if it were up to him, none of these inmates would be released. To come in for felony child abuse and you have priors for it, and to get released on 0 bail and walk right back out of jail, that is not good government. And it's not safe for our residents, and it is frustrating. Absolutely, he said. A local prosecutor for LA County confirmed to Fox 11 that child abuse suspects are now eligible for immediate release here in CUCKAFORNIA. You will go to jail if you spit on your spouse, but if you give your child a black eye, you're free to go, he said of the new rules. Yes, gentlemen, yes. This upside down, ass backwards clown world order is in full effect. So, there you have it, people. There you have it. Criminals are without a doubt being released back into society. Do you think these people are going to go home and say, you know what? Let me think about what I did and reform my ways? No. People like this are simply going to up the ante, or they're going to continue to commit low-level crime. Gentlemen, as the line of MGTOW eloquently puts it, tool up. It does not matter what you have, but arm yourself with whatever you can. Period. Point blank. This is something that is not going to go away with the snap of a finger. This is not going to go away anytime soon. So, I would highly advise you, if you can, find some like-minded individuals and start networking. But if you can't, do what you need to do to protect yourselves. And gentlemen, I've now gone into the all bets are off mind state. If it comes to it, guess what? I'm prepared to do what I need to do to protect myself with whatever I have on hand. But yeah, read this article. Let me know what you guys think. And ladies, this is especially for you. Right now, since the power's out, even more barbarians are being released back into society. Do you think feminism is going to be there to help you and protect you? Oh no. Oh no. So right here, ladies, is another thing that you have to worry about. The real barbarians who don't care about the law. What happens when they kick in your door and you have no man there to protect you? Oh well, it is what it is. That's all I got to say for this one. R.P.M. I am